Hello everybody, this is Frowny13 here. Welcome to a talk show. Yes, indeed. Today is talk show day, indeed. And this is the show where I just talk about stuff. Yeah, nothing in particular, just stuff. Whatever comes across my mind. Or whatever I decide to look up online because of reasons. Anyway, this is the talk show, and yeah, I don't have anything else to say. So, today is another Friday, specifically it's January the 25th, 2019. I'm almost quite glad that the month of January is almost over, because this month has been, I mean, it's not the worst month in the world, but at the same time it hasn't really been the best either. Well, it's been average. Like, it's been just average. Like, not good, not bad, just in the middle of that. Basically, neutral, average, in the middle, however you want to put it. So, thankfully there's only, how many is remaining in January? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 if you count today. So 7 more days remaining in the month of January, thankfully. Because after that, ooh man, I'll be having some fun. So yeah, now the month of January is nearly over. Well, we still got one more week of January for live streams, and there will only be about 2 live streams in that entire week, and as I shall see shortly. So I have been doing so many live streams over the past 4 weeks. It's not even funny. You know, like, you know, week 1, 2, 3, and 4 have had quite a few live streams, and originally week 2 and 3 was only going to be the 2 weeks where I would do a live stream every single day of the week, and then week 4 I was originally only going to do 3 live streams, but then I had to wind up doing 4 live streams because the live stream that I was supposed to do on Thursday of week number 3 got all messed up, so I had to find another day to do that, and fortunately I did. And despite the fact that I had a few misfortunes in there, the live stream was still overall a semi-success. So thankfully now, as for week 5 of January, I will only be doing 2 streams. Hey, they're the group of things, welcome to Talk Show. So just 2 streams, neither of which are actually confirmed. Now, what I originally planned is that for Tuesday of week 5 is going to be Roblox, but I'm currently debating if I'm actually going to be doing that live stream or not. Because, you know, Russell, I like to have him with me on these Roblox live streams, and Russell hasn't been the most reliable person when it's come to these Roblox live streams as of late. So I'm gonna debate on it. You know, I'm gonna debate on it whether I'm actually going to do a live stream on Roblox on Tuesday or not. So basically, whether I do the live stream or not, because I haven't really got a backup plan now. So whether I do the Roblox live stream on Tuesday or not depends on whether Russell's here or not, and it may also depend on how many viewers actually turn up. I really don't know. It depends, honestly. And I was originally going to do that stream on a Wednesday, but I moved it to a Tuesday now because Wednesday, you know, because now, but Wednesdays and Fridays, those are now the only days that I ever see Domtron, and, well, I say that, I was expecting to see Domtron today, although, although I have no idea where the heck he's at, you know, because usually on Fridays is the day where I actually get to talk to Domtron. As for today, though, I don't know where Domtron is. I was going to talk to Domtron about a couple things today, but I have absolutely no idea where he is, so I guess that talk won't be able to actually happen today. Which means I'll have to hope that Domtron turns up, well, I'm pretty sure Domtron will turn up Sunday night, I hope he does. And also hope that I'm able to be here Sunday night as well, so we'll be able to go over some stuff. Because I've made a few changes to some things, and it's very important that I discuss it with Domtron. I've already discussed it with Russell today, but I just needed to. I've already given news out to Russell today, but I need to discuss it with Domtron Sunday night. So hope that he turns up then. Because if he doesn't, oh boy. Because now Domtron is officially going back into the school year, which means now, well, basically there's still Sunday nights that I get to see Domtron, although that's not really an official weekday, but I guess it is a day, or it is a day that I can see Domtron. You know, well, it's technically a night, basically. Or basically, you know what I'm talking about. It's a night of sausages. Because now that Domtron's back into the school year, so now Domtron has class on Tuesdays, and he also now does schoolwork on Monday, basically. So Domtron basically gets basically Domtron's, you know, I'm not sure if there's like a high school thing or a college thing, but it's some kind of special class that I really don't know very much about. But it does mean that Domtron does have quite a bit of schoolwork to do Now, so Domtron chooses to do all the schoolwork on Mondays. Now, which means on Mondays I only really get to see Domtron whenever he has a break, and even though I don't really get to see him that long, so I don't really count at this point. I don't really count Monday as an official day where I get to see Dom because we're only able to talk to each other for an hour, or at least that's how it was this week. Next week I don't really know. And there might be a few occasions where Domtron is able to be here for more than an hour on Mondays, but to be fair, this Monday was only the first one where I was only able to see Domtron for an hour, so maybe that will vary going into the future. So, and Tuesday of course Domtron is class, so, and Thursday Domtron is Church Hill, so. Well, tell a lie, I am still actually able to see Domtron on Tuesdays, because Domtron actually finishes up class and I'm able to talk with him afterwards. So, who please? Hello, procrastinators, welcome back to Trinity ATS. Wow, looks like somebody actually about to watch the Trinity ATS episode. That's nice, yeah. Yeah, the good old Trinity ATS episodes that are becoming 4 years old now. That was quite interesting. Yeah. Anyway, continuing. So, I am actually still able to talk to Domtron on Tuesdays, but not for the entire day, though. So, to be fair, I guess I should sort of count Tuesday as sort of a day where I get to talk to Domtron, but at the same time, well, I don't know. I'm mixing myself up a bit here. Let's see. There's a Train of ATS 3. You actually heard about Train of ATS 3, and I actually tried to download Train of ATS 3, although it requires, or the earliest version of iOS that it runs on is iOS 10. And all I have as of right now is an iPad 2, which only goes up to iOS 9.3. So, yay! I can't even play Train of ATS until either I get my iPad Air fixed or I get a new device that actually runs on iOS 10. Absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so then there's Wednesday, and Wednesday is really the only day that I get to talk to Domtron for like an entire day, and that's providing he's available. And Friday, I basically get to talk to Domtron from when I get to get home from school until I have to go to Daddy's house. And yeah, although I was expecting to talk to Domtron today, but I don't know where he is. So yeah, I don't know about Domtron. I guess he went somewhere and didn't tell me about it, or although apparently he hasn't even been active for like the past 24 hours. Like I looked in Facebook and Hangouts, and Domtron hasn't been active in either of those things since yesterday. So I would only assume that maybe either the Wi-Fi in his house went out, or maybe he's just gone to somewhere for the whole entire day. I don't know. I guess Domtron will have to explain himself at some point. Let's see. How are you doing, man? I'm doing pretty good. So, yeah. So, yeah. So basically, so with all this going with Domtron, I basically changed the live stream schedule a bit to compensate for all this, because I've made a few changes. So, so now Bill and Ted has now come across my mind. Well, it has been across my mind for a bit of time now, because we are getting close to that time where I'm actually going to work on Bill and Ted again, because I don't know if I already said this at some point, but I believe I'm actually going to be, well, I think, yeah, might as well say now, I'm going, Bill and Ted short number 11 will be coming on the first Wednesday of March, but for February, those when I'm actually going to start working on Bill and Ted Season 2. You know, basically my plan is that for the next few weeks now is basically going to be the time that I decide to do a thing. Yeah, a thing that's a thing of a thing to have to get to shortly. Let's see, ooh, this is interesting. What is your favorite car? Favorite car is the 2015 Chevrolet Corvette Z06. Indeed, well, you know, me and Corvettes go back a long time. In fact, Corvette was one of the first, or was the first car that I really liked, and then I drove the 2015 Z06 and Forza Motorsport 6, and then some more 4003, and this has been my favorite car of all time, and I hope to own one in real life someday, maybe some years from now. I don't know. I hope that it's still available by then. You know. Yeah, that's taking into account the 2019 Corvette with the ugly spoiler and the stupid looking grill. And the Gen 7 Corvette, I believe, will be coming out next year. You know, what was interesting is that they've actually already begun testing on the new Gen 8, or was it Gen 7 or Gen 8 Corvette? I think it was. No, it was Gen 8, not Gen 7. Yeah, Gen 7 was the Corvette that was a 2015, just like I said. But Gen 8, however, is the new one, which which we still don't really know much about. So, although apparently they've already done some testing with the new Gen 8 Chevrolet Corvette race car, yet for some reason they're not racing it in the 2019 24 Hours of Daytona, which I believe this weekend as well, so I'll be keeping an eye on that. Anyway, so I'm guessing the Gen 8 Corvette is either going to be making its debut this year at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, or is they just going to hold it up until next year? Well, I believe this year is going to be the year where they debut the Gen 8 Corvette. So, hopefully that comes to Forza. Or maybe it won't. Maybe they'll not bring it in either as a... I don't know, actually. I hope it comes to Forza nice and quickly. I mean, they did bring in the new 2019 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 into Forza Raptor 4 quite quickly. You know, they brought it in December, or December of last year, which I thought was quite cool. So, there you go. Also, is there a toy train? Yeah, this is just my still I use for these talk shows because my facecam doesn't really work so well, and this does, and I've been using this still since the first talk show that I did in the Gen 3 era. And I think I might actually just keep it for all the talk shows because... Oh! Good job for knocking down your earbuds. I'm trying to see what's doing on mine is. Oh, right now. But anyway, getting back on the topic of Bill and Ted, like I said earlier. So I made some changes to that, but I guess I guess I'll talk about those changes at some point in the future. But I guess I'll say for now. So now I have more of a clear idea of what I'm actually going to do when producing Bill and Ted Season 2 and 3. Or, well, 2 first, then 3. So, basically, for the next few weeks, I'm going to be working on some other, stuff for Bill and Ted Season 2 and 3. So, reskins and things that I'll need for the shorts to work. After that, however, so basically after I go to the live streams, basically for week number 3 of February, I'm going to be on the grind that week, and I'll be doing nothing but filming or shooting in Train Simulator and getting as many shorts as I possibly can filmed in just week number 3 of February alone. So basically, starting from short number 11 and working my way up as much as I can throughout the entire weekend. And I'm don't really have any particular goal to set for how much I'm gonna film. I'm kind of aiming for at least to film the first 5 shorts or maybe his first few shorts, something like that. I'm not really sure. If I can work fast enough, though, I might even be able to get the entire season done within the week, because for that week 3 of February, I have Monday and Tuesday off, so I basically have no school on either of those days, which means I'll be spending the entirety of those days just working or filming non-stop. Maybe not non-stop, I'll probably take a break now and again, just because I'll need it, but for the most part, I'll just be filming non-stop, because there's quite a lot to film, because the shorts might be a bit longer than the shorts of season number 1, although, if I can get one short done in 2 days, then, there's no excuse for salty guys. So basically in week 3, doing nothing but filming. In week 4 of February is when I had to get on to editing and stuff, so I'll basically edit show number 11 and maybe 12 as well, and I'll get those ready to go. And I will say in advance, and also every single short of Bill and Ted as well will be a premiere, just for the fun of it. So, so basically it's going to be a premiere, and I'll be doing the same process like I did for season 1 of Bill and Ted, where each short will make its debut or well, let's say that originally the series was scheduled to go up at 5 p.m. Eastern time, um, every Wednesday, and I'll be doing that same release format for Bill and Ted season 2 and 3 as well. Only difference now is that instead of the episodes just being uploaded, I'm going to be premiering them at 5 p.m. Eastern time every Wednesday. So if anyone's actually available at the time, you can, maybe talk to me for just a little bit in the chat whilst watching the short. And if you get distracted in the chat, you can always watch the short afterwards. So, I remember buddy Domtron was like, "Oh, we do it better than Premiere. Premiere's over." I don't know. Domtron's been weird appearance, honestly. I guess I should go over my thoughts on the YouTube Premiere thing. I actually quite like it. I don't know why, but it just works. For once, YouTube brought a new feature that actually is kind of cool. I just kind of like the idea where you kind of watch the new video together. It's kind of like a premiere of a episode or a TV show on TV. And it I guess it sort of gives me a chance to just mindfully interact with my fans, or well, I say fans, any of you guys that turn up to the actual premiere and say things, Because if you always get distracted by the, chat itself, you can, well, like I said, you can always just watch the show afterwards. So, there you go. So, I've actually started to work on one of the necessary reskins I'll need for Bill and Ted, season 2, which I might talk about at some point in the future, but you might see it in the actual short that it makes an appearance in. And I was saying now I will be using some custom created reskins for Bill and Ted season number 2. Of course, I won't say what those reskins are, because otherwise it'll spoil my plans. So, but keep an eye out for a few reskins here and there, because they're quite interesting. Yeah, and as for the 2018 NASCAR season, yeah, I'm actually planning on making a full video where I talk about a bunch of details and things. Probably I'll release that at the beginning of March or something like that. But I won't say very much for now. As for the 2018 NASCAR season, I have been thinking about that as well, and I plan to bring that back in the first week of March as well. So basically Wednesday, March. Get the date. So basically March 6th on Wednesday is when short number 11 of Bill and Ted will be premiering. But as for the following day, March 7th, is when we bring back the NASCAR series next series, and the following day after that is going to be the NASCAR Cup Series. So basically, alongside Bill and Ted, the NASCAR season will be returning as well. The NASCAR series actually NASCAR Cup Series, because I do have some of those races recorded. In fact, I just have to get them edited and then get them uploaded as well. And I do have some other plans in regards to the NASCAR season as well. So I might get back to actually working on it mid-March. Like at the probably the end of February is when I'll actually be editing the races that I've already recorded. I have about 4 weeks worth of races, maybe more than that. So, but I have an interesting plan. But I'll probably get the races edited in maybe late February, early March. And then mid March is when I actually get back to work on the series stuff, basically in terms of recording the races and making some extra paint schemes. Because even now there's still some extra paint schemes I have to make, although there's not really a lot, to be fair, I pretty much made the vast majority of the paint schemes that I need for both the series. I guess I'll say now the only paint jobs I need to make now is for the patriotic races and the Darlington throwback races. Spoiler alert: Darlington will be a track that we go to when the series is both series, and there will be throwback races, which means throwback paint schemes, which I'm sure you guys will be looking forward to in one way or another. See, Lucas on the Beast. Hey there. Welcome. Yeah, welcome to the show, Lucas on the Beast. And, yeah. I guess there's a little treat for those who are watching this stream right now. So you guys know the Monster Energy Cup Series 19 mod, or the Manx 19 mod that was released by Splash and Go late December. That mod will be used as a part of the 2018-19 NASCAR season now. And race number 18 will be the first race where the Manx 19 mod is used. And I have some other plans in regards for that as well. So, but I'll say for now we will be using that mod, and let's say I have some other details as well that I'll reveal when time goes along. So I guess that's future plans that I've talked about so far on this talk show. So let's do some other things now. So I've talked about future plans. Now I need to go to my favorite website, train-simulator.com. Also, did Mother go to the thing yet? Did she? No. I guess she's going backwards and forwards for some reason or another. Yeah, I don't know what she's up to, but whatever. Ooh, that's some interesting stuff going on now. So, let's say top story is a real card to remember, and also have the TGV Rizzo Renaissance, which is a thing. Yeah, I actually did hear about the TGV Rizzo was TGV Rizzo, basically. According to Mr. Maverick Daniel Perry's landfill, so I do plan to get the TGV Rizzo at some point, although I have an interesting experiment that I'm going to try with it. That I might go into at a later date. What else is new? I don't know if it's YouTube. Okay, so stuff. So, yeah, something for the weekend. That's interesting. And I guess they do this every Friday or something. Here we go, something for the weekend. It's Friday, it's the weekend, time to catch up on the news, relax, and enjoy driving some trains. So yeah, week-long deals now on. Who really cares? Well, I'll say more exciting offers as the new selection of 20 train add-ons are part of these week-long deals. These offers all have a 60% discount, and you've got to 6 p.m. on Monday 20th to make the most of them. So, well, there's going to be a weekly or a thing now where they have, week-long deals for various different add-ons. Of course, it doesn't really matter for me, honestly, because I'll be waiting to get these add-ons or get the add-ons that I need come the summer sale, or maybe the winter sale if I don't get the opportunity. Also, Train Sim World Northern Trans Panini is out now, so there you go. Step into the 1980s with Northern Trans Panini's Manchester to the Leeds. Looks available now for Train Sim World on Windows, PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and features a trio of classic tracks, being the Class 45, 47, and 101. Yeah, so basically they just taking our BR Blue Heartstrings, as Maverick Arnell referred it as. Yeah, in other words, Maverick Arnell obviously doesn't work on me because I don't really care about BR Blue. I mean, I don't dislike BR Blue, I'm just not really a fan of it, honestly. Obviously more interested in modern day GWR or LNER of today as well. You mean futurists. Also, of course, Train to World BR Class 33 because reasons, Returns to the scenic West Somerset Railway with the BR Class 33, which is now available for Train to World on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. So, yeah, we're still selling different locomotives and things because of reasons, We're racing the releases, of course, the DRBR 484, which is a steam engine thing that I really don't care about. It looks like a remastering of the default Kuju one or something. I don't really know what story's behind it, but don't really care. Also, DBBR 181 dot .2 thing, yeah, not dash 2.2, which is a semi-interesting German electric locomotive that I really don't care about. Then there's the GWR Panther Tank Engine, or Panther Tank Engine pack, which is interesting, but I'm not crazy enough to buy them, I'm afraid. And of course, the TGV Bazoo. There's also the BR Class 40, Class 643, which I think American actually made a joke about like a couple of years ago, or a few years ago now, with the, when they released the thing, I forget was, well, I don't really know, but actually, but yeah, there's the Class BR 643, which, yeah, I'll make here. Oh, there are some interesting annals coming up. We have the, we have the Tyrol Brenner to Kufstein, which looks like a German route, and apparently includes the Taurus, or the Railjet or whatever, and some coaches which look like that they're from Kuju, and this is interesting. Challenging rates and towering peaks feature plenty in Rislow's Tori Austria Rail, which is coming soon to Steam and Dovetail game stores. The Tyrol Austria Rail consists of 2 distinct railway lines, as well as modern high-speed tunnels to bring around 150 kilometers worth of challenging railway, starting from the hub of the route in Innsbruck, heading out north of Innsbruck, to a bunch of other places, and blah 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 blah. So, so it's from Innsbruck apparently. Okay, I wonder if you can merge as well with the Innsbruck to Munich route and go all the way from Munich to thingy-majig. Might take a while to do that though, but this was something interesting, especially when they say the high-speed route. So, are they implying that we can actually do 280 kilometers per hour, or maybe more than that? I'm not really sure, actually. I might actually look into this route. Yeah, I might actually consider getting this route. If I don't forget about it. So, yeah. So combine the so you get the Turner Bond and the Brenner Bond, which make for a varied and captivating experience. And experiences would include traction being the OBB 1016 Taurus, perfect as passenger, heavy freight duties, and that's it. Okay, so, oh yeah, so I want proper high speed stuff though, because you know how the Frankfurt high speed route, how they call it Frankfurt high speed, and yet the highest speed that it went up to actually on the under Frankfurt portion was 200 kilometers per hour, which is basically 125 miles per hour, which I don't consider to be high speed. So I guess I'll say I'll only be buying this route if it actually allows for speeds to go up to 280 kilometers per hour. Because if it's just 200 kilometers per hour, then I'm not really gonna care about this route, and I'm just gonna skip right over it. So there you go. Yeah, because they say high speed, but high speed could mean anything. But the tours could be interesting, so I guess that could be interesting to get. Also, the LMS rebuilt Royal Scot thing coming to train soon, which I care about. And there's the of course, we need another enhancement pack for the what is it train me, or what was this train for? The Burina Pass thing. Yeah. Of course, following the release of their stunning Burina Pass in September last year, Thompson Reactive have been busy work away on their Hatchback 3, which is coming soon to Train Sim, which is a trim. Yay, who cares? Yeah, we need to get another enhancement pack for a route that is, I don't know. I am actually considering getting that route, but only going to do so though if it actually looks appealing to me, and if it doesn't, then I don't really care about it at all. Because it doesn't look interesting. And then they say that's it for now from all of us at Dovetail. Have a great weekend. Yeah. Well, my weekend will be, I don't know, something. There we go, something for the weekend. So I guess that was something somewhat interesting. Oh, balls. I need to go there. Train sim. Yeah, I just want to get the train sim stuff. Yeah, so. What do they call this? Train sim 2019. Got Talent DBBR 4643 is out now. I really don't care. And Huh. That's all. So that's all there is for TrainSim.com. I really don't care very much. So let's see what's happening in the world of NASCAR. Because, yeah, NASCAR's some stuff out of that. So I'm going to check a thing. Check something. Yeah, I'll be back in a second. You know, by now I would think if mom, that mommy would, go get my dinner, but no, she's literally just going up and down the line. I don't know what mommy's up to, I'm still waiting for her to finally go and get me dinner or pizza, but as always, she's taking 10 years to do it, and she's probably just gonna wait till the last minute. In the meantime, she's gonna go backwards and forwards with her stupid little purse thing, which is only one of 300 that she actually owns, and who really cares? Anyway, so now on to NASCAR, because there's some interesting stuff. Okay. I also like how they have get ready for the Rolex 24, as in the fact that the 24 Hours of Daytona, I believe, is this weekend. And yep, Saturday. Wait, yeah, get everything to know. I actually should know about this because I'm actually planning on watching it. Yes, the annual Winter Festival of Speed at Daytona International Speedway officially kicks off this weekend with a stellar prelude to NASCAR Speed Weeks, the 57th edition of the Rolex 24 at Daytona. 57. What? Okay. The season opener for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship will bring an all-star field of drivers and cars for the Twice Around the Clock Classic. Here's a point-by-point glimpse at the endurance event with the format, tuning information, all the details as IMSA kicks off its 50th anniversary season, and more sports roars back to life at Daytona. So what is this, you say? 57 Rolex 24 Daytona, the first race of 2018 IMSA WeatherTech Sports Championship season. Duh. Race starts at Saturday, January 26th, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and ends Sunday at January 27th. Are you serious? Okay, I kind of don't like the... Oh, wait, she watches TV. Yeah, start time, of course. Yeah, thank you for starting the race when I have to do something else at the time. Really nice of you. Really nice of you indeed. Oh, is mommy watching? Ah! So now, mommy being mom, I have to turn up the volume of the fan because you turn on the stupid TV as always. So, hooray! And only now she's actually about to order the dinner. So, yay! Anyway, so yeah, so 2:35 p.m. Eastern Time. So, yay! I'm be banging the coaches at that time, which means I won't even be able to watch the race like at home. And I've already missed the first half an hour. And I actually want to start the races for the fun of it, but I can't. Yay! Oh well. We'll still be able to watch the end of the race, and hey, for the first time in a while, I get some more sports stuff to watch for this weekend. And of course, where is Daytona International Speedway? On the road course, which I think is quite cool. So we have NBC, SN, thingy. Yeah, here we go. Divisions. The IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship is divided into 4 classes, all competing on track at the same time. Wait, what? Wait, 4 classes? I thought it was just 3 classes. Huh, I guess we have 4 classes now. These 4 divisions include 2 prototypes. So we have the DPI, the Daytona Prototype International, or DPIs, which have been around. But apparently now we have the LMP2s. Okay. That's interesting because I did not think that the LMP2s would ever compete at Daytona, but okay, I guess we're gonna have LMP2s running in Daytona this year. Okay. And of course, we have the GT Le Mans division and the GT Daytona division, which has been around for quite some time now. So, yeah, so the GT Le Mans division, which will also be at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and the GT Daytona division, which I think is more exclusive to the IMSA series things. Of course, 2018 winners, we have the, of course, the Cadillac Racing DPI won last year, and, okay. Wheels in cars. A total of 13 manufacturers were participating in the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship 4 classes. The number of automakers grows to 19 when including the Michelin Pilot Challenge Series drivers. Fullest being Acura, Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, Audi, BMW, Cadillac, Chevy, Ferrari, Ford, Honda, Hyundai, Lamborghini, Lexus, Mazda, McLaren, Mercedes, AMG, Nissan, Porsche, and Volkswagen. Ooh, that's interesting. NASCAR involvement. No current Monster Energy Cup Series drivers are entered in the 24-hour event. The flame drivers and teams with their hands in the stock car world are precipitating. One of them are longtime team owners Roger Penske and Chip Ganassi, who will both field 2 cars. Yeah, that's interesting. Or that's a bit sad. No NASCAR drivers in this year's Rolex race. Oh well. Ooh, that's interesting. A list with the Rolex 24 precipitates with NASCAR ties. Acura Team Penske will field number 6 and number 7 Acuras in the DPI class. Former Monster Energy competitor Juan Paul Montoya, a 3-time Rolex 24 overall winner, will be a part-time of the 3-driver effort for number 16. Okay, so that's in the Acura and the DPI class, I suppose. Now, of course, Ford Chip Ganassi will be fielding number 66 and 67 Ford GTs in the GT Le Mans class. And AJ Allmendinger and Justin Marks will team up with Mario Farnbacher and Trent Hellman in the Marchand Racing with Karabakhshian. I'm probably butchering a lot of these names up. Number 6 Acura NSX GT3. Allmendinger, who was a regular Monster Energy Cup Series participant for the last 12 seasons, he has one overall Rolex 24 win in 2012, and Marks, a one-time Xfinity Series winner, with starts in all 3 NASCAR National divisions. Next year Rolex 24 class win in 2009. Okay, so both of these drivers are previous winners, so I guess that's something. Andy Lally, NASCAR Sunoco Rookie of the Year in its Premier Series in 2011, will be part of a 4-driver effort in the Magnus Racing number 44 GTD Lamborghini, and Lally is a 5-time class winner of the Rolex 24. And Catherine Legge, who got her first taste of NASCAR with 4 Xfinity Series starts last season, will participate in the Henriker Racing with Meyer-Shank Racing number 57 Acura NSX GT3. And Cole Braun, a one-time Truck Series winner in 2009, who also has Xfinity Series experience, will team up with the Coral Sport number 54 DPI Nissan entry. Well, there we go. So, I guess there's some ties between NASCAR and this race. Yeah, no active drivers though, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but oh well. Okay, so Rolex 24 is officially this weekend, and then 2 more weeks from now was the start to the NASCAR season. So yay! Yeah, we're only just getting closer and closer to the start of the season. All right, let's go into some NASCAR news though. Alright, so we have the Clash race, or the Clash event on February 10th, so about just 15 days away. Thank goodness. Well, that's actually, they even have a list of teams that will actually be a thing in the thingamajig, you know? In the NASCAR competitions, we have Richard Childress Racing, Wood Brothers Racing, Chip Ganassi Racing, Farm Motorsports, Jermaine, Go Fast, Hendrick, Joe Gibbs, JDG, Daugherty, Levine, RPM, Roush Fenway, Sorrells, and Team Racing. That's a mouthful. Apparently all these teams have websites. Here's the official website for Hendrick Motorsports. Don't even click on the individual stuff. Oh, that's good. Click on number 24 on the Hendrick Motorsports website. It was about the car. Number 24 is all the Chevrolet, the driver, William Byron, the crew chief, Chad Knaus, and the pit crew. For the pit crew was self-explanatory. What says Byron gets animated Disney's middle film? What? Don't tell me about that. Huh. Apparently William Byron's already a movie star. Here we go, here's more things. So, number 9. Oh, they even list the sponsor as well. So for 24 we got Zelta, Liberty, Hertz, and Universe being the sponsor for number 24. Okay. Can't zoom around. This is cool though. I might actually mess about with that later. And she's selling. Yeah. So for Chase we have Napa, Mountain Dew, Hooters, and Kelly Blue Book, and for 48 is just allies. Ally. Purple. Yep. Took him long enough to finally reveal the actual paint scheme for the allies and things, but oh well. And of course with Bowman, we got Nationwide, Exalted, Valvoline, and Lumar. These are the primary partners page, and also have associate partners, and ooh, Siemens is a partner as well. Okay. I approve of this, me being a Siemens person. And Microsoft is associated as well, apparently. Okay. Anyway, back to NASCAR. Oh, this is NASCAR stars of Disney's Miller Murphy's Law. Wow, so only now, though, you actually find out about this? Oh, the number of drivers are actually taking part in this thing. So we got William Byron. Oh yeah, tune on January 26th, 7 p.m. on the Disney Channel, and 11 on Disney XD. Yep, and hopefully it comes the up. Are they gonna copyright the episode for YouTube? Because I actually want to watch it now. So we have William Byron taking part, and we also got Stenhouse in there. Ty Dillon's also got a part as well. Rusty Walson as well, and Eric Jones and Logano, and that's it. Oh. I bet you Chase might just be in that show as well. Chase Elliott, because you know he's a popular driver. Well, that's quite interesting. We just found it out now, so hopefully that episode comes to the end sometime, because I can't really be bothered to watch it on TV. I mean, we'll probably watch it now, but it's on the weekend. Maybe I can record it on the weekday sometime, or maybe I can just find the episode online or something. I don't really know. Well, this is quite interesting. Top 10 NASCAR moments in the Rolex 24. I just want to find this out now. Well, this is interesting. Number 10. When it comes to racing, there seems nothing that Kurt Busch won't try. So it was a little wonder that Busch, who has competed in NHRA Pro Stock, wanted to give sports car a try in the sport's biggest race. He ran the 2005 Rolex 24 months after accepting the 2004 championship trophy, finishing 15th in the DP class in his debut. He answered that, showing with an impressive third place overall on Team Penske, or the Penske-Taylor Racing joint effort in 2008, teaming with three-time Indy time winner Kelsey and Ryan Briscoe. Alright, so I guess he joined the team, that was the thing. Ooh, number 9. Fans may not realize it, but 7-time Monster Energy Cup Series champion Jimmy Johnson is a 7-time starter in the Rolex 24, with 2 runner finishes in 2005-2008 driving a Pontiac. Perhaps the most newsworthy Rolex outing, Johnson had less to do with his driving talent than a freak accident, however. In 2009, he had to get stitches on the middle finger on his left hand after he cut himself trying to modify his driver's suit with a knife. He had healed but in the time the Monster Energy season started 2 weeks later and went on to win his Rolex championship. What was also interesting, that race day was sponsored by Lowe's, because we all know how close Lowe's was to Jimmy Johnson. Indeed. Number 8, Casey Mears wisely joined sports car mighty Ganassi racing team for the 2006 Rolex 24 and probably made history as the first full-time NASCAR driver to win overall. Oh, that's quite interesting. 7, 3-time Cup champ Tony Stewart competed in 5 Rolex 24 races and twice finished in the top 5. But the race that stands up for him and for fans are courage in 2004 when he teamed up with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and sports car champion Andy Wallace. In the 24th and final hour was Stewart behind the wheel and the field solidly behind the car for the previous 17 hours. The left rear tire suddenly came off with the rim nearly spinning Stewart into the wall with 17 minutes remaining. Because the car held such a big lead, the trio still earned a point position in 3rd place in their group, and Stewart equaled the finish next year, though in less dramatic fashion. So you're saying Stewart could have won that race, but didn't because his tire blew out. Fair enough. 6. Fan favorite Mark Martin has come heartbreakingly close to winning the Daytona 500, but the NASCAR Hall of Fame owner owned Daytona National Speedway's victory lane in the 1990s. But the NASCAR Hall of Fame, the NASCAR Hall of Famer, I guess as in Mark Martin, owned Daytona International Speedway's victory lane in the 1990s, winning 4 GT class titles for Ford Racing in the Rolex 24. Perhaps the most memorable victory came in 1995 when he co-drove the Academy Award-winning actor Paul Newman and sports car veterans Tommy Kindle and Michael Brockman. The Ford Mustangs wore number 70 in honor of Newman's age, and he became the oldest winner in the event's history, taking the title for the GTS 1 class. Oh, interesting. I'm not actually thinking a lot, but it just is. 5. In 2012, only weeks before he would make his debut as driver of Penske's number 22, A.J. Allmendinger helped underdog Michael Shank Racing pull one of the biggest upsets in the Rolex 24 history, beating factory-backed teams to earn his first place overall in the 50th anniversary of the event. Okay, so you're saying they drove a low-funded car thing and won. Okay. 4. Juan Paul Montoya helped Chip Ganassi continue its dominance in the event in 2007 and 2008. Not only did the former Rookie of the Year become the first NASCAR driver to win multiple Rolex 24 titles, but Ganassi's stellar driver lineup made the team the first and only to win 3 consecutive Rolex 24 titles. Number 3. After 24 hours, 740 laps, and 2,634.4 miles, the 2015 Rolex 24 Daytona came down to a 7-minute, 30-second sprint to the checkered flag that saw Chip Ganassi back group of Kyle Larson, Jamie McMurray, Scott Dixon, and Tony Kanaan soared to the pros class and overall win. It was the first win for McMurray and Larson. The victory made Ganassi the winningest team owner in the history of the race, and allowed for McMurray to join A.J. Foyt and Mario Andretti as the only drivers to have won the Rolex 24 and the Daytona 500. Yeah. And maybe someday Larson can fill that void fill that as well if he were to win the Daytona 500. This year might actually just be the year that Larson wins the year, or maybe something else will happen. But you actually remember where they basically for one car. Yeah, I believe this was the 2015 Ford DPI thing where they got 2 NASCAR drivers and 2 IndyCar drivers to drive basically one car, and it's kind of like the bandwagoners car in a way ish. 2. 4-time Cup champion Jeff Gordon. This is interesting. Jeff Gordon joined the ranks of NASCAR winners in 2017 with one of the most thrilling Rolex finishes ever. Gordon, Ricky Taylor, Jordan Taylor, and Max Angeli benefited from a no-call as the number 10 Cadillac made late contact with the number 5 Cadillac, which ended up with the number 10 passing for the lead and win. I haven't been this emotional for a win and experience like this for a very long time, Gordon said. The reason is because I know what this means to this team. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. And that is in Jeff Gordon's words. That's quite cool. Yeah, it was quite cool to see Gordon win the 2017 Rolex 24. And number 1, here we go. Number 1, Hall of Famer Dale Earnhardt only competed in the Rolex 24 one time, but his 2001 debut was worth the while, teaming up with his son Joey Jr. and sports car veterans Andy Pilgrim and Candy Collins. Or Kelly Collins, I mean. I don't want to say Candy Collins. The group's number 3 factory Chevrolet finished runner-up in the GTS category. Heavy and frequent rain tormented the competitors throughout the 2 days of racing, but Pilgrim insisted that the 7-time champ Earnhardt was as quick as experienced teammates after a couple of stints on the challenging track. Pilgrim fondly recalls a moment on the podium while the drivers were awaiting their trophy when Earnhardt leaned over to him and whispered, Second sucks, doesn't it, son?" Yeah. Joe Jr. in the way reconsider that. Yeah. Wow, so Earnhardt's only start in the World 24 was in the year 2001, and only a short time later he would then perish. Oh well. I bet you that Earnhardt probably would have competed in a few more World 24s. But oh well. is interesting though. So now we have NAS Sarcasm, new Sabermetrics Fast for 2019. Okay, this will be fun. Many sports have introduced new advanced statistics over the past few years. NASCAR is no different. That's why we are proud to introduce this year's new Sabermetrics to our fans. If you're still trying to figure out what a pit stop delta is, well, you're way behind now. Indeed I am, because I don't know what a pit stop delta is supposed to be. Okay, this is interesting. Speeding confession percentage, or SCP. Percentage of times a driver nabbed for speeding on paper road doesn't cue, make, and say, no way I was speeding, no way. This percentage is always 0. Okay, so basically the amount of time... Oh, so the amount of time that people actually confess for speeding on paper road. Okay, that's what she said. Adjusted for Denny math. Oh, what the heck? Okay, that's interesting. Adjusted for Denny math, or AFDM. Any statistic that has been handed to Denny Hamlin Any statistic that has been handed to Denny Hamlin, who for some reason multiplied it by 100 or so. Example: Chase Elliott has won 134 races. AFDM. Okay, bit of a stupid stat, but all right then. Guess. I guess people are still salty about the time that Denny Hamlin spun out Chase Elliott in that one Martinsville race. We think that the fans would have gone over it by now, but obviously not. Who is it? Chad. Wait, I mean Kevin. Okay, total number of times Jimmy Johnson accidentally refers to his new crew chief as Chad, divided by a total number of times Jimmy Johnson addresses his new crew chief. Oh, so basically total number of crew chief interactions. So I'm guessing that's in the case of Jimmy Johnson so used to interacting with his crew chief Chad that now he has to get used to interacting with his new crew chief, in the name Kevin, I suppose. Vickers Junebug Portfolio, or VGP. The value of all investments and assets if Dale Jr. actually listened to Twitter people telling him how he should spend his money. Huh. That's interesting. Wow, they even shows 2 tweets where one person says, "Time to get your own sprint car team, Dale." Another tweet says, "Dale Jr., give Ross Chastain a ride. You got the car. There's you another championship." So basically implying that Dale Jr. should allow Ross Chastain to join Junior Motorsports, and that could have actually possibly happened this year if it weren't for the number 8 car that's now thinking Junior Motorsports was going to be a part-time ride for various different drivers. So yay! Although one of those drivers happens to be Ryan Preece, so yeah. You know, I actually just came up with an interesting thing, you know. So Ryan Preece, you know, last season he drove for Joe Gibbs Racing part-time, and I was actually expecting that for this year, maybe Ryan Preece would go back to the number 18 car GGR to get a bit more practice in that, or maybe we'd just stick to full-time in the number, or just stick all the ways to the number 47 at JDG Auto Racing. But I guess now that Ryan Preece is still deciding to step down to the Xfinity Series for a few starts. Although I figured, I was wondering, is Ryan Preece going to return to GGR next year? That answer is obviously no, and Ryan Preece will not be driving a Chevy next year in the Xfinity Series in the form of Junior Motorsports. And as for I guess as for the number 18 car JGR, I guess we'll see what drivers decide to drive that this season. I know a couple of them are probably going to be Kyle Busch and Danny Suarez, and well, maybe Danny Suarez and maybe Eric Jones as well, and possibly Denny Hamlin. Basically all 4 drivers are racing the Cup Series, and actually no, I'm a bit of an idiot. Daniel Suarez is even going to be driving for JGR next season, so actually no, I don't even think that Daniel Suarez will be back at the number 18 car next season, so maybe, yeah. Ooh, is this the dawn of Chase Elliott, or not Chase Elliott, this is the dawn of Truex might be coming a leech, Like, will Truex go the distance and sit down to the Xfinity Series to be a leech in the 18 car? Or will Truex just keep what he's been doing and just stick it to the Cup Series? That's an interesting question. Here's another one. Pern Gelaton Delta, PDD. The amount of time between Coburn tweeting something awesome and its eventual removal. Huh. Okay, so I guess that's the amount of time times that Coburn deleted a regrettable tweet. Interesting. Oh, no, this is the Bandeno Delta DDD. The amount of time it takes the frail and whalefish Matt Bandel after 7 minutes of straining to finally open a jar of pickles. Okay, well, that's a bit of a stupid one. Oh, that's an interesting one. Emoji fertility rate. The amount of women who immediately became pregnant merely by looking at Ryan Blaney's emoji. I'll let you guys work out what that actually means in a certain way. Ooh, Brixton Altitude Formula, BAF. A method for predicting how high Kyle Busch will be able to toss Brexton Busch into the air in victory lane. Kyle's age plus Brexton's age will grow more and more inversely proportional to the altitude reached. Also, basically the amount of times that Kyle Busch chooses to throw Brexton Busch into the air whenever he wins a race. Indeed, yeah, that's only gonna be a thing for as long as Brexton Busch is little. But oh well. Ooh, and sponsor recollection rate (SSR). Number of sponsors a winning driver can name in victory lane interview from memory before looking down at their own cars to others. Huh. So basically implying, every time the driver wins and gets into victory lane, I guess that's interesting, how I have a little thing. I'm guessing that's implying every single time that a driver, wins a race and they have to call out, or they have to mention all the sponsors because reasons, and they name off as many sponsors they can off the top of their head, and then then they realize what other sponsors I have, and then look down their fire suit to remind themselves. Yeah. Well, this high stream now is almost over, so there you go. So this is gonna be another talk show. So got 2 more talk shows to do, as you will see on the live stream schedule. But yeah, so did Mommy have to go to get the pizza now? Nope. Huh. She's still messing about for 3 years. Not question, Mommy will even ever get the actual pizza. Also, I just came up with a bright idea. Is Dom actually active now? Where is he? Of course, now Dom's online. Well, I get to talk to him when the stream is over. In fact, you know what? I'll get prepared to do it right now. In fact, you know what? Let's see if we can get Dom in here just before the stream's about to end. Just for the fun of it. Yeah, that's the priority meter, so I just gotta get Dom into here and see if he actually responds. This will be fun. Yeah, so yeah, maybe we can make the stream an hour and 1 minute. Well, of course, that's provided Dom to the answers, which I'm not sure if we'll actually do. I mean, I did check things, but I don't know for sure. Either way, yeah, we'll see if Dom answers now, and if he doesn't, then I'll just continue with my blabbering for the last minute. Oh, I got in soon, actually. So this will be fun. Speaking of Dom, the next reason for Brandon's channel. I haven't been live streaming 2 weeks now, so much for the weekly live stream thing. Yeah, Dom's unavailable, so I guess I'll have to call him later or something. Anyway, that at least gives me a chance to the stream, so yeah, I was gonna talk a bit about Domtron, but I'm afraid. So you know what? That's the end of week number 4 of streams. Week number 5 is gonna be an interesting one. But that being said, however, I hope you guys have enjoyed this talk show / live stream / thingy-majig, whatever you're watching this as. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, Merry Winter Holidays! Lol.